Hey, if you're looking at buying a Fujifilm camera in 2025 and you're not sure which one is best for you between the X-T50, X-E5 and the X100VI, this is the video for you. I'm not going to spend a lot of time telling you what's similar between these three cameras, but I'm going to tell you what's different mainly, and which camera is best for your use case. There isn't a difference in the core image quality engine, the sensor and the processor between the three. They are very close or even the same in that regard. So raw image detail, dynamic range and so forth are similarly good, assuming the lens quality, obviously. The key differences are mostly lens, focal length and speed, form factor and controls, viewfinder style, flash, sync and shutter type, IBIS strength, even if slightly, weather sealing, and how versatile each camera is for different use cases. Let's break this down. First, lens, focal length and speed. The X-T50 and the X-E5 have an interchangeable X mount. Any Fuji lens from ultra-wide to telephoto can be mounted. This is going to give you extra flexibility for zooms and for fast primes, for example f1.2 or f1.4. The X100VI, on the other hand, has a 23mm f2 leaf shutter lens, which is an equivalent of roughly 35mm for full frame. Sure, you can add optional wide or tele converters, but it is essentially a one lens camera. So if you're looking at a camera where you can put whatever lens on it, I would look into X-T50 or X-E5. And if you're looking at a camera that is very compact because of the fact that you can't interchange lenses, I would take the X100VI. Now the form factor and the controls. The X-T50 is basically a small SLR type body with a decent grip, dedicated dials, and a tilting LCD. It is the only one between the three that has the viewfinder in the center. In my opinion, it's got a good balance for bigger lenses. The X100VI is slim, it's got an all-metal rangefinder look, a fixed lens that keeps the whole package pocketable. It's got classic dials for the shutter, the ISO, and the exposure compensation. The X-E5 has a rangefinder style layout very similar to the X100VI, but it's slightly larger because of the lens mount. They added a new front lever and a film simulation dial on top. So between the three, the X100VI and the X-E5 are the ones that look the most similar in terms of form factor and controls as compared to the X-T50 that looks more like a little SLR type of camera. Let's go over the viewfinder style. The X-T50 has a 2.36mm dot electronic viewfinder only, and the X-E5's got the same 2.36mm dot EVF. The X-E5 though, it's positioned to the left side to give you more of a rangefinder feel. The X100VI, on the other hand, has got a unique hybrid finder. It's got an optical viewfinder with an electronic overlay, plus a switchable 3.69mm dot EVF. Yes, this one's got over 1 million dot more in the EVF than the other two. So if you're someone that likes to shoot rangefinder style, i.e. on the side like this, then the X100VI and the X-E5 might be the ones for you. And if you like to shoot at the center, you might want to take the X-T50. Another topic is the flash, sync, and shutter type. The X-T50 and the X-E5 have a focal plane shutter, a flash sync up to 1/180th of a second, and the electronic shutter that can go up to 1/180,000th of a second, which is absolutely fantastic if you want to shoot outside at a wider aperture and have some fun. The X100VI though has a leaf shutter inside the lens. Why? Because it's got a lens that's not removable. So they could do that. What that does is that it makes it near silent, and you can go with the flash sync at almost any shutter speed, which is great for daylight fill. So if you're someone that shoots with flash and you want to have the flexibility to use any shutter speed, you might want to look at the X100VI, but you're going to have a 23mm, 35mm equivalent for full frame that cannot be changed. Nowadays, flashes can be used using HSS, high-speed sync, and high-speed sync allows you basically to shoot at almost any shutter speed up to 1/8000th of a second usually, which is plenty of enough for someone that would use these cameras. What about IBIS, in-body image stabilization? The X-T50 and the X-E5 can go up to 7 stops of compensation as compared to 6 for the X100VI. Is that going to make a huge difference in real life? The answer is no, it's not going to. What this does is that allows you, for photography at least, it allows you to shoot at slower shutter speeds handheld. So if you want, you can go all the way down to 1/4 of a second based on my tests with X-T50 and the X-E5. And that would mean that you can go up to 1/8 of a second with the X100VI. That's basically what it means. Is that going to make a huge difference in real life case scenarios? I don't think so. If you have to go slower than that, just use a tripod, really. And for video, it might make a difference, but again, it depends what you use. If you're going to use a gimbal and so forth. Now, these are really, really tiny. Maybe the X-T50 could be used a little more professionally for video, but I wouldn't use any of these cameras for video in a professional manner. Let's talk about weather sealing. Which one is best? The X-T50 and the X-E5 have some sealing, but they're not full pro weather resistant. And it also depends on what lens you're using, but long story short, these two are not weather sealed. They're not promoted as weather sealed cameras. The X100VI, on the other hand, can become weather sealed only if you add the optional filter adapter and the filter. So it is not straight out of the box weather sealed, but is the one that will give you the most chances to avoid having dust or humidity inside your sensor. Now, the most important thing is the versatility and the use case. Who should get what? The X-T50, in my opinion, is the best all-rounder. You can shoot stills and it's got some serious video capabilities. It's got the lens flexibility. It is great for traveling or for hybrid shooters. Then there's the X100VI. This is pure street and travel simplicity. You take this thing, put it in your bag, you're good to go. It is compact, it is tiny, it is the best for that. I mean, it's something that's got a lot of features. For example, ND filters that the other two don't have. Is that something you need necessarily? Maybe if you're traveling or for everyday life, it can be really cool to have. And the X-E5 is an interchangeable lens body with a classic rangefinder looks for, I would say, mainly still shooters, people that are going to shoot photos. The X-E5 is the one that, to me, looks the best between the three. Somehow it's got that boxy look. Now they added IBIS compared to the X-E4, so I really like how it looks. The X-T50, on the other hand, looks very good too. It's a little bit different. The look between the two is a little bit different, but yeah, it still is the best, I think, in terms of productivity. And if you're going to be shooting in a hybrid way, I would go with this one. And the X100VI, I mean, I had 5 of these, 5 X100 series cameras, and I ended up selling them because of the 23mm prime lens that you can't interchange. So it really depends on, are you going to need different lenses and different focal lengths or not? That's the biggest question to ask yourself before you buy an X100VI or another camera. I hope this shed some light, answered some questions between these 3 bodies. If not, feel free to write it down in the comment section below. Any question you might have, I will answer as soon as possible like I always do. If you don't want to miss any of my future videos, don't hesitate to subscribe. And by the way, I'm going to come out with a new video very soon in a few days comparing the Fuji 23mm f1.4, f2 and f2.8 in terms of sharpness to see which one is the sharpest at different apertures. Take care and see you very soon. Cheers.